Hello everyone, this is a new section, Controlling Containers. In this section, we will look at the emerging topic of containers and see how it relates to configuration management. We'll see how to use Puppet to manage the Docker daemon as well as images and containers, and explore some different strategies for managing configuration within containers. We start with the first video, Understanding Containers and Deployment with Docker. In this video, we are going to take a look at the deployment problem and building Docker containers. It's only in the last few years that containers have really taken off. This is largely thanks to the rise of Docker, a software platform which makes it easier to create and manage containers. The problem that Docker solves is principally one of software deployment, that is, making it possible to install and run your software in a wide variety of environments with minimal effort. Let's take a typical PHP Web Application, for example. To run the application, you need these to be present on a node. How do you manage all of this stuff? One way to address the problem is for the author to provide configuration management manifests for the software. Another option is the Omnibus package, a package which contains everything the software needs to run. Yet another solution is to provide an entire virtual machine image, such as a Vagrant box. This the entire operating system as well. Now see what container is. In recent years, many operating systems have added facilities for self-contained execution environments, more concisely called containers, in which programs can run natively on the CPU but with very limited access to the rest of the machine. A container is like a security sandbox, where anything running inside it can access files and programs inside the container, but nothing else. Let's learn what Docker does for containers. It turns out that having an engine is not quite the same thing as having a car. The operating system kernel may provide the basic facilities for containerization. Moving on to deployment with Docker. The principle of deploying software with containers is very simple. The software, plus everything it needs to run, is inside the container image, which is like a package file, but is executable directly by the container runtime. Now take a look at the layered file system. The Docker file system has a feature called layering. Containers are built up in layers so that if something changes, only the affected layer and those above it need to be rebuilt. This makes it much more efficient to update container images once they've been built and deployed. Lastly, let's see how to manage containers with Puppet. There are a few things you need to be able to do to package and run software with Docker. Unless you want to make your images public, you will also need to host an image registry for your own images. This was all about containers and deployment with Docker.